know that you as a doctor, you've posted some frustration with some bureaucratic hurdles, including like the corporatization of medicine, which is also a capitalist problem, but then there's also capitalist solutions. So how would you, just for people who might want to paint a very broad anti-capitalist brush on this, how is this very broad notion of capitalism helping and hurting our efforts with this pandemic?
Well, I think the best analogy is to think about the difference between walking barefoot and walking with a pair of shoes on. If I walk barefoot, I can get a certain distance before it becomes uncomfortable. Now, if I put a pair of shoes on, I can walk a farther distance before my feet become uncomfortable. And I think when you look at government and public entities versus private industry, the capitalist entities, I think that they have to work hand in hand, that the most ideal solutions are not solely public health solutions or government solutions, but the best solutions are also not solely capitalist solutions. The best solutions are where those two sides can work together to reach a common goal. You know, we have a lot of vaccine research efforts underway around the world. In the United States, 2 weeks ago, the first COVID-19 vaccine trials began up in Washington State. There's a very vigorous vaccine research effort underway in Germany. And so those are private industry initiatives, but it will be probably up to governments and public health entities to standardize things like dosing, codifying laws. Do we mandate the vaccination? Who should get the vaccination? Resource allocation are probably going to be things best addressed via governments and public health authorities. So I think that when you look at the virus and the pandemic outbreak and say, this is a symptom of the failure of capitalism, it's a very simplistic view of the world. And there's no question that there are ills that come with capitalism, the polluting of public lands, things like that. But I think that there are solutions present in private industry in a capitalist society that put in the proper context and framed with government and public health solutions get us down the road farther than if we had just been down that road on our bare feet.